Greenville County Animal Care is the largest animal shelter in the state of South Carolina. We have the capacity to house about 600 dogs and cats, and until recently, we've taken in around 20,000 animals each year. I say until recently because a lot has changed in the last 18 months. In December 2015, we became a Target Zero Fellow and aggressively started implementing the life-saving recommendations that they gave us to help build our no-kill community. These recommendations included a lot of change, and with the mention of the word change, everyone shudders just a little bit, right? Because the idea of everyone getting on board with change seems like a monumental task sometimes. And by everyone, I mean staff, volunteers, board members, council members, county, city administrators, and the general public. But if there's one thing that I think is completely underrated and misunderstood in the animal welfare world, it's our staff and our community's capacity for change. And that's exactly what I did when it came to this community and this staff here in Greenville County, South Carolina. I underestimated their capacity for change. So in December of 2015, Greenville County, South Carolina was saving just 60% of its homeless pets. My staff, who had accepted a job with us to save lives, were instead euthanizing over 8,000 of them each year. To put that into perspective, that's just about one animal that died every hour of every day of every year for years and years. Even though we'd done well to reduce euthanasia from when I first got to Greenville in 2007, when they were only saving 10 to 20% of the animals, we had plateaued at saving just 60%, and we felt stuck. But in 2016, that all changed. We became a fellow city with Target Zero. We joined the Million Cat Challenge. We became a Best Friends Network partner. We made so many positive, sweeping changes in the span of just a few short months. But I believe the most important change that was made was a changing of the minds. We asked staff to stretch their capacity to change by 1,000%. And that didn't just include animal care and control staff. It also included our county administrator, councilman, and marketing staff, who are asked to stretch the boundaries of how the county messages our needs and to be more open and honest than we had ever been before about what it's going to take to get this community to no kill. To use our data and our stories about what happens at our shelter every day to get our community involved, to get people excited and motivated to help, and to create a powerful call to action. Over the next few months, we implemented new programs and threw away or revised existing services and protocols that weren't working or producing life-saving outcomes or reducing intake. And then we took those out into our community and we made them known. These include our community cat diversion program, managed intake programs, lowered adoption and return to owner fees to $35, free adoption events when the shelter is overcrowded, free spay and neuter programs for community cats and large breed dogs, surrender prevention programs, and much more. And our results have been impressive. Our most notable success has been the decrease in both intake and euthanasia in such a short period of time. For cats, we achieved this primarily by implementing a community cat diversion program, where all healthy outdoor cats are taken to our clinic and spayed and neutered, ear-tipped and vaccinated, and then returned to their outdoor home. We ask our community to bring the cats directly to the clinic and practice TNR, and about 63% of our community cats come to us by way of citizens and are picked up and returned home by those same citizens. So as you can see, we have community support for this program. But if they choose not to return for the cats, we divert what the public does bring to the shelter over to our clinic, and then our animal control officers return those cats back out to the location they were found after they've been spayed and neutered. That equates to about 4 cats a day for our officers, so it's easily managed. We also have been very open and honest with our citizens about the plight of kittens under 2 pounds when they enter our shelter. We encourage people to leave neonatal kittens where they find them unless they know for certain that the mother has been killed, and we offer citizens the supplies needed to bottle feed baby kittens if they are truly abandoned. These changes have resulted in a 40% decrease in the number of cats in our shelter in just 1 year. For us, that's nearly 3,500 fewer cats. In just 1 year, we euthanized 2,600 fewer cats, nearly a 60% decrease. That's a monumental achievement for us, for any community. With our dogs, we focused on intake diversion and managing intake. We did this mostly by reducing the number of hours we were open for intake from 42 hours a week down to just 20 hours a week, and offering owner surrenders by appointment and only allowing 16 appointments each week. Despite our concerns, we did not see animals being dumped after hours, we did not get backlash from customers for changing the hours so drastically, and we did not see any increase in animal control calls or pickups making this change. What we did see was a 20% reduction in our dog intake, which for us equates to more than 1,500 fewer dogs coming in annually. I cannot say enough about how much of a change we have seen once we became more open with our community about the challenges that we face daily in our shelter. From a community standpoint, wow, how the mindset has changed in just 1 year. We have always felt that we must remain on the defensive when going somewhere publicly. Now we walk into a room and we get cheers and thank yous from our community. It's night and day in terms of the support we are receiving and the difference that's made on our team morale. Our staff has gone from asking, why are we doing that, to now telling others in our profession how we did it and how they can do it too. It's such a great feeling to be ahead of the curve when for so long we struggled just to keep afloat. I encourage anyone who is on the fence about sharing your data and talking about what happens inside your shelter with your community to try these programs and ideas and to be open to change. You are welcome to contact me for more information, especially if you're an agency who has decision makers that are struggling to see the benefits of sharing numbers, especially if those numbers are not the greatest quite yet. Everyone starts somewhere, and believe me when I say that your community wants to rally with you as you build your no-kill community. They don't expect you to do it alone.